to the spirit of the ancestors. People talk about the artwork, but they don't know that I can't just take a pen. I got to feel it. You know, the universe has to speak to me, and then I could be in touch, in harmony. And it's not me, it's the spirit that leads me. I feel like I'm qualified to speak because I've worked in mental institutions. I've been in a mental institution, wrongfully held and voluntarily. So I know better than anybody how they think and how they behave and what triggers these things.
It's not a mental illness to react to the destruction of the planet with depression. To me, that seems like a normalized way of reacting to something that is so sacred to you being damaged.
Miguel! It's nice to see you, dude. How you living?
What's up, Clyde?
What's up?
I'm hanging in there, bud.
You good, though?
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Day by day.
All right. All right, we'll take care of this.
We need to figure out how we can help him. He's helpless. He's frustrated. He's confused. He's mentally ill. So how do we help people, and many of them are in our families, if not us, how do we help ourselves and our communities by providing them with information so that we know where to go and what to do instead of just dismissing it as the norm?
So you're a Ramapo Muncie Lenape clan mother, and first question for you is, what is meant by medicine ways?
Traditionally, our people, everything on this earth was intended to supply our needs. And our needs are for caring for our bodies, caring for our families, caring for, our relatives, the four-legged, the birds. So the medicine, if you want to call it that, is here. But it's a way of surviving. And this is one of the things that I immediately saw in this presentation that Brooklyn put out. This is a teaching of survival and connection. You understand me?
Okay, so you're saying that your trip out here is kind of what inspired you to make the film Mountain Lion. You just continue expounding on that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks to my dad, Two Clouds for sure, sister Judy Biziano. I got to be around a culture that doesn't have drugs, doesn't have police, doesn't have prison. And, in absence of all these things, in my perspective, everybody must carry more of the culture. And the gentleman I was staying with named Kuyach Itza from the Achuar community of Huachirpas explained to me that the meaning of his spear was not to go and do violence, but that he carried it into the city because a tiger doesn't leave its claws at the door. That idea and the relationship between a healthy jaguar and its claws, a healthy human of the forest and its spear, to me is part of the same conversation of community safety, community health, community security in this part of the world that lives without fear and without police and without the need for police.
Clearly, if we've learned nothing else, we've learned that guns, stun guns, and tasers don't address mental health issues. Unfortunately, the solution tends to be more guns and tasers and stun guns when it comes to people who are Black and brown.
I have a BA in psychology, and they don't teach you how to help people with mental disorders. They just want to give them pills and just put them kind of in a stupor, and it doesn't really help at all.
I had a family member recently that I'll say I was afraid for their lives. Recently, we had to look out for him and go out in the street to get him. We couldn't trust the system. And so the fact that we couldn't trust officials of the system to go out, to reach out and communicate with him responsibly is an issue.
What is the role of prayer in community healing?
it's about having a certain faith, whatever it is that embodies you to move forward. And it's so important with community. Sharing that with your community basically shines a light as to the need to move forward in different ways.
You might be blamed for things going wrong, or you might be the perfect justification for the insecurities of others. Mountain lion medicine involves lessons on the use of power in leadership. It is the ability to lead without insisting that others follow. The use and abuse of power in a position of influence are part of this great cat's medicine. The first responsibility is to honor the truth and let your example exist for the benefit of all. Responsibility is merely the ability to respond to any situation. Panic is not part of this great cat's medicine.
Hope, is that what y'all want from me? Corporations making all this blood money. It's almost like they only want blood from me. Almost like there ain't nowhere to run from it. Kinda like this was just a plan, huh? Maybe I'll never understand, huh? Die for that flag, yeah, hell nah. Lost too many friends to that flag, bruh.
Miguelito, did you see the watery elephant running through this place right now?
Ay, Dios mío. How could I have missed it, abuelita? I was caught up looking after a dinosaur porpoise surfing the sky.
Dinosaur purpose, huh? You're too good at this, my handsome young man. What would I do without you?
I don't know, abuelita. I just don't know. Pero, mira. Look at those elephants who split into two twin teacups and bleed through a crown of thorns. Back into a mighty jaguar chasing little birds for fun.
¿Qué pasó, mijo? You're always so smart. Why would a mighty jaguar chase on somebody for fun?
You're right. The teeth and claws of a jaguar are not a toy. They are a responsibility.
Oh, mijo, why spoil all the fun? We're just here enjoying the birds this evening, no?
That's a probe.
That's just a
You recognize all the different kinds of birds, mijo. Oye, Miguel, you aren't gonna drop all the mud inside the house, are you?
No.
Maria?
Listen, I know you've been having a hard time lately, and I know you've been trying. But trying is not enough. I really need you here right now. Okay? You know the deal?
The deal? Yeah, I know the deal.
Miguel.
I'm basically here with Grandma on house arrest while you get Palestinian blood money and some air-conditioned...
Everybody has a freaking cell phone now!
That's not true. Not everybody.
Right. Not you, Miguelito. Because you don't need one. Because you're just so special. Miguel.
I'm gonna show you all my phone. I'm gonna show you all my phone. I'm gonna show you all my phone. Think you see it now. Tell me now. What you dream about? now? Yeah, scream it now. Can you hear me now?
What's that one, mijo?
That's another red-winged blackbird, Grandma.
I don't get how you recognize all the different kinds of birds and life here.
And once you get to know them all, there aren't really so many out here. And they're all so different.
How about that very little pajarito que se ve bien chiquitito with the naranja and the azul?
This is the barn swallow, Grandma.
It's very cute. Miguel, come meet my new friend Luis. Here he is. That's my Miguel.
Hi.
Hey. Your grandmother says you are a wildlife expert. And you might be looking for work.
Well, she's a real kind lady.
I am so happy that the two of you have found each other.
I am happy to meet your grandson as well, Lupe. Y estoy muy gustosa para conocerle también.
¿Has vivido en otro lugar?
Sí. But now the earth wants me here with my mountain lion.
I know that you have time to think before you shoot somebody, because I was one of those people. And I was thinking the whole time. I was thinking about my breathing. Am I gonna hit anybody else? All these things. Do I wanna hurt this person? I was thinking about this the entire time. So if anybody's qualified to speak, it's me. I shot somebody. I'm one of the few officers that ever shot anybody on duty. You can go through your whole career and you'll never shoot anybody. I captured a prisoner that escaped and I shot him, so I'm qualified to speak. I have to fear for my life every day because I know how they think. I know what they do. I was one of them. Hold the cops accountable, give them incentives, pay for the kids' college education. They'll think twice when they lose those things. They don't want to lose that, they'll hold back on the trigger. When the Black Panthers were marching, they fought for a black man to get in the uniform. They didn't have any black officers at that time. So it was explained to me, you can't just be here to sell out for the money. You gotta protect us. That's your job. That's your job. You got an obligation. You got a duty. Come out and speak on the voice of the unheard and hold people accountable. Film allows us to come together and put a voice on the unheard. We need to put an end to ignorance.
To live with more respect for ourselves, each other, and the world around us.
Ignorance, stereotype, and privilege. So whether I like you or I don't like you, we still have to live in the same space. So we need to get along. Let's get out the checkbooks. Let's get the donations coming and keep them coming so we can raise this money so we can put an end to this nonsense.
This is for everyone.